What is up, guys? Again, Not the Worst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the global labs, and we have some news for Sage Awakening as well. There's some Alchemy quest updates, a couple of skill add-on tweaks that are for it, but we did get official announcement for Sage Awakening. Let's take a look at that first before we go ahead and jump into the rest of the global lab notes. Oh, hey, what's up with those thumbnails on the side? Hello. So we see Sage Awakening has a very, as predicted from what the weapon was, Zeus-esque or Greek god type style of gameplay in the trailer that we see. A lot of people are very excited about it. Personally, not my cup of tea for what I would be super interested in a character, but I can totally understand how people would really, really like this type of play style for it. It is noted that it's supposed to be faster than Sage Succession, which will be interesting to see how that works. Also curious about how Rift Chain interactions are going to work for Awakening, because fighting Sages one-on-one is pretty annoying when they're Rift Chaining around already in Succession, so we'll see that kind of gameplay. We really just see, of course, the focus on the Awakening, at least in this trailer, obviously, so the interactions with the pre-Awakening aren't quite as apparent just yet. A little bit of teleport there. That jump up skill is probably the ultimate as well, but looks really, really, really cool. So, anyways, pretty cool looking class. Like I said, very Zeus-esque style with the spear kind of thing. Lots of lightning stuff and lightning spears being cast down. Maybe a little Fate Stay Night type style thing there as well. Before we jump into the rest of the video, let's go ahead and take a look at today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. In Raid, you can explore millions of champion combinations and master countless tactics as you take on raid bosses, dungeon runs, campaign battles, and PvP arena matches. With hundreds of artifacts to equip and over 500 champions blessed with unique skills, you can build your team, develop your champions, and raid your way. What I like most about the game in general is the arena matches. Getting to try different champion combinations to find the best way to win is an exciting challenge for me personally. This month, they're releasing a new batch of epic and legendary champions, which look amazing, and they're also releasing their second version of the Doom Tower. That means new rewards, new gear to win, and to customize your champions, but also two brutal-looking bosses to take on, the Celestial Griffin and the Eternal Dragon. Can't wait to dive in and try to take them down. If you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan my QR code, and you'll get a free epic champion, Jotun, who's amazing for the Doom Tower, by the way, 100,000 silver, 50 gems, and 3 ancient shards so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get into the game. All this treasure is going to be waiting for you here, but keep in mind those rewards will only be available for the next 30 days and only for new players. Once you're in, you can find me in-game under the name NotTheWorst, and if you're fast, you can join my clan. It's that easy, just click the link in the description and I'll see you in-game. Alright, so first up with the global lab changes for this week, we have new alchemy quests added there, alchemy bonus quests. This is in line with what we saw the cooking quests that actually just hit the live servers this week for NAEU as well. So I imagine these will hit next week. For that, it works exactly the same as the cooking quest as well. It's a bonus quest if you've done alchemy. You're familiar with seeing these. These are just upgraded, better XP, and the items that proc them is a little bit different and updated to be more in line along with it. Now we've got war declaration changes, and this is kind of an interesting declaration. I've heard like plus and minuses on both sides of this argument for how this change happens. Keep in mind, it's just global labs for now, so this doesn't guarantee that it's going to hit the live servers this way, but let's take a look at what's going on. Some of the rules for the guild war declaration have been changed. Cost of declaring war, guild fund 1 million silver, which is the same as before. The maintenance cost now is when the other guild does not respond after a guild war is declared. Cost of maintaining the war is consumed every 24 hours. This is guild fund 1 million silver plus 0.5% of guild fund. Number of guild funds consumed by the cost of maintaining the war is additionally stacked by 0.5% every 24 hours and increased to a maximum of 3%. So, for example here, 24 hours after the war declaration, we see the 0.5% of guild funds consumed. An additional 24 hours, if you can do 0.5 plus 0.5, I had to grab my calculator myself, but that gave me 1% on that. So then an additional 24 hours, you have another 0.5% added in, so it's 1.5, and then we see 2, 2.5, and 3 from there because math. So that's how it works. The dev note that's on this: guild wars unfolding in equal situations are both a vitality and fun for the game, but unilateral inferior situations can also act as a great stress. Guild Wars was one of the main contents of Black Desert and was also a story of Black Desert written by adventurers, so it was difficult to improve quickly. However, as we went through the process of being together for a long time, the difference in the growth value of the adventurers increased, which also led to the growth value of the guild. Therefore, we've adjusted the monetary penalties for the guilds that wage war to increase over time so that the unilateral situation that lasts too long can be slightly improved. So I'll be interested to hear what you guys have to say about that in the comments, because it's kind of, there's two sides to that coin. That would be something I'd like to get into a discussion about at least. Guild Drilling Machine has been changed a bit for how that works. We haven't seen this quite hit the live servers just yet, so they're still kind of tweaking how this is going to be implemented. Of course, the buffs that are available have been reduced. The guild pledge, or blood pledge rather, for the guild things that affect the drilling has been changed as well. We've got a bartering quality of life improvement phenomenon of getting caught in the terrain when moving automatically from Deco Island to Huckleburn Island and from Huckleburn Island to Deco Island while boarding a ship's been corrected, and the construction of Larau Island has been completed, and some topography of the island has been changed so that heavy sailing ships can easily enter and exit. For other changes, mysterious elixir and normal elixir items have been changed so that the effect is updated with each other. Monster changes, Elvia's Realm Biragi Den Hunting Ground. The problem that the alert system did not activate normally after a certain period of time has been corrected. So hopefully that works normally. This kind of makes sense because the only time I ever saw the alert system actually like work for spawning properly was right after the servers would come up after a patch. So they'd do maintenance, and then when it would come up, it would actually work. But then after a few hours, all of a sudden you never see the alert system like working again, at least not properly. We got some UI updates here, specifically to the stable. The dev note here, quote, "Where the hell is my horse in the stable? For all adventurers who have suffered from opening all stables all over the place to find a single horse, my stables has been added, allowing you to view and manage all your vehicles with one click. Also, my stables have a vehicle transport function. It'd be great if they added. My stable could help adventurers prepare for a more convenient journey." Then, of course, we have normal bug fixes, and for class changes, some slight tweaks, or rather fixes to a couple of skill add-ons, and then mostly just bug fixes with, then, of course, Sage having some Rift Chain changes to flow more with Robum skills. But as far as the add-on skills, for the recover 1 HP or MP hit, the correction to it, when the attacker attacks the victim, the skill add-on applied, regardless of whether the victim's defense was successful or not, modified so that the skill effect add-on is applied to the attacker. So whether they are blocking or not, you will still get that. And for PvP, AP or DP reduction, evasion rate reduction, or accuracy reduction, when the attacker attacks the victim with the skill add-on, if the victim successfully defends, modified so that the skill effect add-on is not applied to the victim. So a slight tweak to that. That means if they are guarding, you're not going to get DP reduction or what have you on your opponent while doing that. And then, of course, we see those couple of bug fixes for a few classes. And as I mentioned, Robum skills were adjusted to flow a little better with Rift Chain as well for Sage. And that is it for class changes for this week. That concludes the Global Labs and the Sage Awakening. Let me know what you guys think about the Sage Awakening. A lot of people are really pumped for that. Definitely interesting to at least try that out, which I will be doing on stream, which you can check out if you want to. There's a link in my description below to my Twitch page. Jump on over there, drop a follow, so as soon as that comes out, we'll be playing Sage, at least for that day, to try out the Awakening quite a bit. And yeah, that's it. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you get notifications when videos do go live. If you want to check out the Global Lab page for yourself, there's also a link to this for Black Desert Foundry, since they always do a great job translating these much better than Google Translate for us. So shout out to those guys, since we are able to read these much more clearly than our Google Translate versions. With that said, that's going to be it for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.